Good morning. It is August the 11th, 2017. We've got end of the week trading today. Profit taking in the markets if they don't extend the range from yesterday or the Globex sessions highs or lows, as the case may be, will be subject to traders taking profits before the weekend. We'll start with our disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, there's a lot going on in the markets. A lot more people the end of last week and this week. Ray Dalio says 10% of your portfolio should be gold to protect from the sell-off. Gunderlock, I think at 20th Century, was coming out saying he didn't believe a bear market was starting, but he was starting to lighten up. So a lot of people, in addition to the usual pundits that have been talking about the potential for market correction, that type of article has been increasing. Then the catalyst is the North Korean, I guess you could label it a crisis. You know, deep down, I'm looking at all of this, and in the past, this guy has been able to get money out of South Korea, Japan, the United States, and play us and keep doing what he wanted to do, but keep his country going. So this time it might be a little bit different. The UN sanctions are out there. Everybody, including Russia and China, signed on. China sent a message this morning saying, you better not strike first, United States. So the key is going to be, will China step in and take control of the situation or not? And so far, they have done some things, but they haven't done enough to stop it. So the market will be subject to news spikes. We have problems in the Middle East. We have problems with Turkey. We have problems with Russia. We have problems with North Korea now. We've had problems with China in the South China Sea. So can't trade without stops these days. Okay, all of this is supporting gold and treasuries. It was an auction week today. Normally we play for a pause. Everybody that wanted 310 30-year paper is gone. The dealers have to straighten out their books and balance their books, and that usually gives us a pause day. The direction of the E-mini will be primal today, and whether we can take out the Globex high or not. We have some news. CPI. Now CPI usually does not have the impact it can of PPI. PPI is the precursor, and we're all looking for inflation. So plus 0.2 for CPI, plus 0.2 for core. Yesterday, Dudley came out saying that it might take longer to reach the Fed's goal of 2% inflation than they think it should. So right now, central banks around the globe are having trouble getting inflation up to 2% and keeping it there, which is what their desire is. So these numbers could actually come in lower than forecast today. And then we have Baker Hughes, previously 1171 and 954. As far as the U.S. production goes, probably won't be higher, could be the same because of the price of oil. So the focus is the direction of the E-mini, number 1, CPI, number 2, and Baker Hughes could come in and play in the crude oil market a bit later. So right now we got a 25.29 sell 1, 31.03 sell 2. To go higher, we've got a P right here. It looks pointed that way. So first trade 17 to 21 buy, 1 9 to 13 buy 2. Now all these world events we'll have more and more people reading thrillers. And why will they read them? Because at the end of the thriller novels, everything is resolved and neat and put to bed. And we don't have that kind of resolution in our personal lives, national lives, or anything. It's a merry-go-round that keeps going around, and the merry-go-round is spinning faster now. Okay, looking at the bond, we'll make 24.28. Number 1, 31.03, sell 1. 7 to 11, sell 2. If the E-mini is selling, we don't like the short side of the market. 12.16, number 1. 5 to 9, buy 1. 29 to 01, buy 2. I think gold, waiting to see what happens in the stock market this morning. Also, trying to trade up. Ultimately, I think we're going to finally get our stops above 1,300 that I've been talking about for the last couple of 3 weeks. It's all pointed there. You can see volume is moving higher in the distribution. So we are at resistance. 94.96, sell 1. 99.01, sell 2. On the buy side, 89 to 91, buy 1. 85.87, buy 2. Like the long side better than the short. Probably the first trade that will come up, though, will be a short. As far as the methodology goes. Looking at the euro. Seller at 118. Had a buyer at 75 last night, pretty tight range. So 90 to 118 even, sell 1. 18.15, 18.25, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll put it down a little bit lower. 75 is the number. We'll put a question mark at 75. I think we might do a little better. So 50 to 60, buy 1. 25, buy 2. You can see right now that there's a buyer at 40 or better, and there's a seller at 118 or better. So that's where the market is. We can let them get stops below 50 and come in long. We got a reasonable trade. Crude oil. Okay, OPEC does what it does. It cheats around the edges. Libya and Nigeria have been exempt from these production controls, and they'll put every barrel out that they can. Iraq has asked, because of all the war damage, to be exempt from them, and they're stepping up their production. Iran cheats all the time. They may pay lip service to any agreement. They go about doing their business, selling as much crude oil as they can. So crude oil is pretty fragile right now, with just more supply than demand. And the United States in the Western Hemisphere, with crude oil above $40, their transportation costs to get crude oil to South America are much lower than they are from Brent from the North Sea. Nigerian oil would be competitive, but Middle Eastern oil would not be. So the United States has really changed the dynamics. So stops below 48. We stopped right at 48. So 48, 47.75 by 1. And 47 and a quarter, 47.50 by 2. Now, every day we come into the markets on crude oil, and fundamentals say we should be sellers. That has not stopped it getting to 50. So we've had a 48, 50 or better buy and a 50 plus sell, and right now the market is reflecting that. Sell 1, 50 to 75. Sell 2, 49, 49 and a quarter. I think there's one short left in the market. Selling against 50, probably about it for the market to have big range to the downside. It's probably as good as we're going to do. And tendency in crude is when you have a huge trend day, $1.50, $2, $3, is for it to pause the next day. We're in a trading range. 50 held. Okay, Asia was off 3.72 collectively. European markets and the UK were down 2.6% collectively. And the E-mini is set to trade lower. We got a support at 24.02 to 24.18. So there's your 02. There's an 05. There's a 10. And we had an 18. Intraday on this day was the last rotate down when the market took off from 24.18. So 24.02 to 24.18 is best support. Obviously 24.25 is a market number. We go back and look at the market. 1 day of selling, 2 days of selling, 2 days of selling. We've had 3 days of selling. We had a little pause day there, but with sellers we had. So I do think there's one short left in the market, but we've got to take out the Globex low, then 24.25 to stick with it. I don't think anything will change today fundamentally that will take the market higher based on fundamentals, but we do have end of the week profit taking. So the first trade, we're 35.37. It is aggressive. Second one, 39.41. Got that rotate up at 39. Got this rotate up at 42. So this would be number 1 resistance. This would be number 2. We'd like to get the trade done in the 24.40 area, but I don't know if we'll be able to get it there. Last rotate up stopped at 37 right here in a quarter. So 35.37 is the sell zone. We'll put 25.27 by 1. 20.22 by 2. And we'll put a question mark at 30. CPI up 0.2. Core CPI up 0.2. Don't think anybody's paying a lot of attention to that. 11.71. 9.54 on Baker Hughes. Don't think anybody will pay a lot of attention to that. So it's just, the dynamics of the E-mini. Enough sellers there to take us lower or not. But I do think there is one short. And then we got to bust the Globex low and then 24.25 to stay with it. Take a bit to get everything up and posted. Going to get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible.